Hey guys, this is the Smooth Spy, and today we're going to take a look at the top 5 GPUs that can fit any budget and offer a great gaming experience at the same time. Roll the intro. Alright guys, please keep in mind that all of the prices as of right now are current, but they may and will be subject to change as time goes on, so keep that in mind. Also, I didn't count in any sales or a promotion or mail-in rebate with these. I wanted to keep it as accurate and reliable as possible, so without further ado, let's get started with our first option, the sub $100 card. Now, at the sub $100 level, you wouldn't expect to get really a lot for your money, but thankfully, if that is your budget, you can pick up the Gigabyte Radeon RX 460 WindForce overclocked 2 GB card, which is a really good card for the money. I mean, really, you're not going to find a better performing card new out of the box at that price point. And if you are on the low end, it'll get the job done. You're not going to be playing ultra by any means, but 720p especially, you're going to do just fine. Ultra settings pretty much no matter what. Bump it up 1080p, medium to high, 30 to 60 FPS depending on the title. You'll have to turn down some things for sure, but it'll get the job done. It can play Grand Theft Auto 5 and Overwatch without any issues. So if you are on a strict budget, this is definitely the card for you, I believe. Though if you have some extra money, I would highly recommend upgrading it to the EVGA 1050 Ti. That's $130. The link will also be in the description for that, as well as all the other cards. I'd recommend going up to that if you can spare the extra $40. It'll really get you a lot more performance for your money. But if you have a strict under $100 budget, definitely go with the RX 460. Now, if you bump up your budget to $200 or less, you get a nice upgrade with the MSI Radeon RX 570. This is the armored overclocked edition, and it comes with 4 gigs of GDDR5 memory. It's honestly a great card for $175, and it's going to give you a nice upgrade, and it'll offer great 1080p gaming experience from high to ultra, depending on the title, of course, and you may have to tweak a few settings. You want to get 60 FPS, but it's totally doable, and it's going to give you a great budget experience. It gets over 100 FPS in Overwatch, ultra 1080p, so if you're looking for a great Overwatch card, this would be it, or any esports game really. It's going to do very well, and at the price, you really can't beat it, really. So if you have $200 or less, I highly recommend this card. Now, if you go up to $300 or under, you can get the Nvidia GTX 1060 GB G1 Rock, which is a fantastic card for $245. This will destroy anything 1080p, 60 FPS Ultra without any worries. It will also do some 1440p depending on the title. You may have to turn down a few things, but it's totally doable. Though if you really wanted 1440p, I would suggest saving up a little bit more and getting a card further on down on the list. But for 1080p, this is a fantastic card. You can't go wrong with this or light 1440p. As I said, now this was a tough call between this and the RX 580, but I gave it to Nvidia on this one because it did a better job of getting higher FPS, even just a few, and overall more titles than the RX 580. So I had to give it to Nvidia on this one, though the 580 is a great card, very similar when it comes to benchmarks. If you guys really want to support AMD and go that route, I fully support that and say go with it if you really want to, but for my choice, I'm going with the 1060. Now, if you've still got a budget that can go up to $400, then you can get a seriously sweet card with the Nvidia Geforce GTX 1070. I went with the Gigabyte model, the WindForce overclocked, but you can really go with any 1070 because they're all great cards. It just depends on which one you like, but I like the Gigabyte one for sure. It's priced at $380, and for the money, you really can't beat what you're getting. All right, first off, if you're buying this card for 1080p, I hope you have over 120 FPS. Hertz monitor, because this card is killer for 1080p. I mean, seriously, you shouldn't unless you're planning on hitting over 100 FPS in every title. Otherwise, don't even bother with this card. Go down to my earlier suggestions. But if you want to play with 1440p, ultra wide 1440p, then this card is going to be you, because it'll get 60 FPS really in any title with those games, except for, the odd, Crisis 3 or whatnot. Those games are always tough to run, but for the most part, you're not going to have any issues at that resolution, and you're going to get a great experience. You can even go up to some 4K. You'll have to turn down some things. Ultra 4K not going to be this card's strong suit, but it is definitely possible if you turn things down. Similar to earlier cards with 1440p, except this time it's 4K. So for $380, you really can't go wrong with the GTX 1070. Alright, you're still here. You have just ample amount of cash to throw at this card, and you're like, you know what, screw it, I want the best of the best. What have you got? Well, there's only one clear choice. That is the Nvidia GTX 1080 Ti. Oh my gosh, what a card. This thing is a complete beast. I went with the EVGA Founders Edition just because it was still reasonably priced. I know this is like over $500 and above, but you still probably don't want to just spend anything just because. And this, it'll get the job done very well. And it's just it's a beast. I mean, you're looking at doing 4K, 45 to 60 FPS. Maybe not maxed out with all games, but close to it. This is as close as it gets to a single card 4K setup that you can get right now. It outperforms the Titan XP ever so slightly, even though it's way less, and has 11 gigabytes of GDDR5X memory, which is insane. This card's a beast. It's great, and but it's got that really high price tag to counter it. But if you've got the money, you've got $700, you want the very best of the best, this is the only clear winner for now. So that's going to do it for the highest end cards currently, unless you just really want to waste your money and go buy a Titan XP. And for that, you know what, you sure can. But for everyone else a little bit budget minded about their cards, then the 1080 Ti is the card for you. Alright guys, that's going to have to do it for the video. Be sure to check down in the description box for all the links to all the cards I've talked about. And really, you can't go wrong with these cards for the money. If you have the budget, each of these cards are going to do a great job of getting a great gaming experience. So be sure to check them out. If you thought any cards should or shouldn't have been on the list, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to read all over those. And of course guys, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. This has been The Smooth Spy. Take care.